Dear students, last class we have seen Woodward-Fieser rules for alpha, beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds, and we have calculated lambda max values. So by using that same rules, we are going to see lambda max for some other compounds. So we'll see one by one. So this is the first compound. Here we have chosen this would be the basic one. So this would be the enone, that is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and we have given the symbol for that. So this is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and higher means this would be higher, HH, higher. Okay, so what is the parent one? The ketone is present in a 6-membered ring. That's why the parent value would be 215 nanometer. And we have to find the alkyl substituents. It is not having any alkyl substituents. It is having only ring residues. Now what are the ring residues? This is one ring residue, this is one, this is one, this is one. So one alpha ring residue, one delta ring residue, two higher ring residues. So for one alpha ring residue, the value would be 10. And for one delta ring residue, gamma delta, for that the value would be 18. And it is having two higher ring residues, no? So for that 2 times 2 into 18, that is 36. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. So here according to this ring, this is exocyclic. Now according to this ring, this is exocyclic. According to this ring, this is exocyclic. So totally 3 exocyclic double bonds are there. So 3 into 5, 15. Now we have to consider the double bond extending conjugation. Parent should have only one double bond. So other than that, it is having 2 double bonds. That's why for 2 double bond extending conjugation, value would be 60, because for 1 it is 30, for 2 it is 60. Now within the same ring, 2 bonds are there, 2 double bonds are there. That's why we have to add homoannular diene component value. For that the value would be 39. So by adding all these values, we are getting 393 nanometers. So that is the lambda max for this structure. Now come to the next one. So for this one, so this would be the parent. So this is an enone or alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Okay. So for this, ketone is present in a 6-membered ring, same as that of the earlier one. That's why the parent value, that is the base value, would be 215 nanometer. Now it is not having any alkyl substituents. Now we have to find the ring residues. So this is one ring residue, this is one ring residue, this is one ring residue. So how many ring residues are there? One alpha ring residue, one beta ring residue, one delta ring residue, because this is alpha, this carbon is beta, this is gamma, this is delta. So this is one alpha ring residue, one beta ring residue, one delta ring residue. So for one alpha ring residue, the value would be 10. For one beta ring residue, the value would be 12. For one delta ring residue, the value would be 18. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. So according to that ring, it is not having any exocyclic double bond. Now according to this ring, it is also not having any exocyclic double bond. So exocyclic double bond would not be there. Now come to double bond extending conjugation. So parent should have only one double bond. So other than that, it is having one more double bond. That's why it is having one double bond extending conjugation. So for that, we have to add the value 30. So by adding all these values, we are getting 285 nanometers. So that is the lambda max for this structure. Now look at this example. For this would be the parent. That is here we have acid. Here we have double bond. So this would be the parent. For alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid, so what is the base value? That is the parent value 195 nanometer. So this is alpha, this is beta. So parent value is 195 nanometer. It is not having any alkyl substituents. It is having only ring residues. So here one ring residue, here one ring residue. So both are beta ring residues. That's why 2 beta ring residues. So for 1 beta it is 12. For 2 beta ring residues, that is 24. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. So according to that ring, this is exocyclic. So it is having one exocyclic double bond, that is 5. Then double bond extending conjugation. Here it is having only one double bond, so it is not having double bond extending conjugation. So by adding these 3 values, we are getting 224. That is the lambda max for this structure. Now come to this one. So here this would be the parent. So this is the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl group, and here ketone is present in 5-membered ring. So for 5-membered ring, what is the parent value? 5-membered cyclic alpha beta unsaturated ketone value would be 202 nanometer. Now here this is alpha, this is beta. For alpha, what is attached? One hydroxy group is attached. So for one alpha hydroxy group, what is the value? That is 35. Now for beta, it is not having alkyl substituents or other substituents. It is having only one ring residue. For one beta ring residue, the value would be 12. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bonds. It is not having any exocyclic double bond. Then double bond extending conjugation. It is not having double bond extending conjugation. So by adding all these values, we are getting 249 nanometer. So that is the lambda max for this structure. See the next example. So for this would be the parent, that is as a COOH, here double bond. So this is an alpha beta unsaturated acid, unsaturated carboxylic acid. So what is the base value for that? That is 195 nanometer. Now we have to find the alkyl substituents. It is not having, alpha is not having any alkyl substituent. Only beta is having only one alkyl substituent. For one beta alkyl substituent, the value would be 12. It is not having exocyclic double bond or double bond extending conjugation because this is an acyclic one. So it is not having exocyclic double bond or double bond extending conjugation. So by adding only these two values, we are getting 207 nanometers. So that is the lambda max for this structure. Now we'll see the next one. So for this one, this would be the parent. So here, what is the base value? Here the ketone is present in 6-membered ring. So 6-membered cyclic alpha beta unsaturated ketone, the value would be 215 nanometers. Now it is not having alkyl substituents. It is having only ring residue. So here one ring residue, here one ring residue, here one ring residue. So what are the ring residues would be there? For alpha, one ring residue. For beta, one ring residue. For delta, one ring residue. So for one alpha ring residue, value would be 10. And for one beta ring residue, the value would be 12. And for one delta ring residue, the value would be 18. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. So for this ring, this is exocyclic, and for this ring, it is not having any exocyclic double bond. For this ring, it is not having exocyclic double bond. For this ring, that is also not having any exocyclic double bond. So only one exocyclic double bond, that is for this ring, that is this one. So for one exocyclic double bond, we have to add value 5. Then we have to find the double bond extending conjugation. For that, the parent should have 1. So other than that, how many double bonds are there? Only 1. So the double bond extending conjugation would be 1. And for one double bond extending conjugation, the value would be 30. So we have to add 30. And the last thing is, so look at this ring. One ring is having 2 double bonds. So the same ring is having 2 double bonds means that is coming under homoannular diene component. So for homoannular diene component, we have to add the value 39. So this is for homoannular diene component. So by adding all these values, we are getting 329. That is the lambda max for this one. Now we'll see the next example. So this is the basic one for this. This is an alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So here this is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and these two are higher than delta, so higher. Okay, so here these are the ring residues. Here one, here one, here one, here one. So 4 ring residues are there. One is one alpha, one gamma, 2 higher ring residues. For beta, one alkyl. And for delta, it is having one NR2, that is N2 alkyls with nitrogen 2 alkyls. Okay, so we'll see the parent one. What is the parent one? Ketone is present in a 6-membered one. That's why the parent is 215. For one alpha ring residue, the value is 10. Now come to beta. For one beta alkyl, the value would be 12. Now for one gamma ring residue, the value would be 18. For 2 higher ring residues, for one higher ring residue, the value would be 18. For 2 higher ring residues, the value would be 36. And in delta, it is having NR2. No, for delta NR2, the value would be 95. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. So according to this ring, this is exocyclic. According to the second ring, this is exocyclic. Now according to this one, this is exocyclic. So totally 3 exocyclic double bonds would be there. So for one exocyclic double bond, the value would be 5, and for 3 exocyclic double bonds, the value would be 15. Now we have to find the double bond extending conjugation. Parent should have 1, other than that it is having 2 double bonds. That's why it is having 2 double bond extending conjugation. So for one double bond extending conjugation, the value would be 30. For 2 it is 60. That's why by adding all these values, we are getting the value 461. That would be the lambda max of this structure. Now come to the last one. So here this would be the parent. That is an acyclic one. So acyclic alpha beta unsaturated ketone, the base value would be 215 nanometer. So for this is alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So what are all attached with it? For alpha it is methoxy, for beta it is chlorine, for delta it is having 2 alkyls, one is ethyl, another one is methyl. So already we have seen the base value is 215 nanometers. So here for one alpha methoxy, what is the value? We have to add value 35. For one beta chlorine, we have to add value 12. And for delta, 2 alkyl substituents. For one alkyl it would be 18. For 2 it is 36. Now we have to find the exocyclic double bond. It is not having a ring. That's why it is not having exocyclic double bond. Now we have to find the double bond extending conjugation. So here parent should have 1 double bond. Other than that it is having 1 more double bond. That's why it is having 1 double bond extending conjugation. So for that we have to add the value 30. So by adding all this, we are getting the value 328. So that would be the lambda max for this compound. So that's all about Woodward-Fieser rules for alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds or enones. Next class we'll see Woodward-Fieser rules for derivatives of acyl benzenes.